Obsession with foreign issues will lead the US to lose the war on terror. The warrior passions that Al-Qaeda generated in Americans by its violent invasion of our sovereignty have not diminished 20 years since. After 9/11, Russia and China wholly committed themselves to the global war on terror, GWOT. But US neoconservatives twisted GWOT into an unappealing democracy crusade which alienated critical partners in this clash of civilizations. Our hubris and lack of reliability have generated broad distrust. The recent end of our failed crusades has fueled the return of the radical Islamic threat to US national security. We need to regain the confidence of our partners. Humility will permit us to recognize that China has been fighting a war against radical Islamist terrorists for centuries, the exact same foe that attacked us on 9/11, but with casualties eclipsing those we experienced. China had a high vested interest as a partner in GWOT in 2001 as Uyghur terrorists had pledged allegiance to Al-Qaeda. However, the US, plagued by residual animus toward China, remained tone-deaf and blind to China's internal Islamist threat. For radicalized Uyghurs in Xinjiang, this reprogramming is a humane blessing, as in other nations, at different times, they would have been summarily liquidated. Recognizing the success of China's Uyghur militant transformation policies, the most rabid China hawks in the US cabinet sought to undermine the program's success. As a first step, they urged the president to sign the Uyghur Human Rights Policy Act into law. Curiously, the US military employs very similar means to salvage the psyches of countless American youth that might otherwise take criminal paths. Unfortunately, China-averse hyperbole deliberately conflates China's deprogramming of dangerous Muslim extremists with Uyghur genocide and religious suppression. Meanwhile, secretaries of state in both parties tout fictional US human rights records. Because of bad policy, America is well on its way to incurring blood debts to Islam generally, debts that may well be avenged for centuries. In addition to objecting to Chinese policies in Xinjiang, we insist on meddling in other sensitive internal affairs of nuclear superpower competitors. Issues related to Crimea, Ukraine, Tibet, Hong Kong, Taiwan, and the South China Sea are, in reality, none of our business.